Hey everyone, I'm Mike, and thanks for checking out the channel. I've been doing a review on kit guitars that I had built. I've done a couple of them on the Fedsley and on the Leo James. And I thought today we would take a deep dive looking into a third one that's out there. And this is the cheapest of all options. If you're looking on Amazon or Temu, you're looking at about 69 bucks for this guitar, and this is the Bexgears. So let's watch my intro. We will come back and we will talk about what this guitar and what it is and how it compares to the other two. So I'll see you right after the intro.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, are you ready?
Jesus Christ.
That's Mike's musical rehab.
All right, so this right here is the Bexgears kit guitar. I've talked about the Fedsley, talked about the Leo James, and I kind of wanted to go through what I thought of this guitar. Because if you go on Temu or Amazon, you can find this guitar for roughly in the $60 range, $60 to $70. And I wanted to give a comparison, not doing really a playthrough or anything, but what the feel of this guitar is compared to those other ones that are out there. So let me start off. It's natural wood body that I painted blue here. The only reason I'm using this guitar, I have two of the Bexgears guitars, and one of them is my favorite guitar that I've built, but that guitar also has a ton of parts that are not Bexgears. I just only have the body from the Bexgears. This one here is the closest I have to the original what you would get in the kit. So that's why I wanted to review this one. This one, the body, the bridge, the neck, the tuners are all the Bexgears parts. The only part that I swapped out was this pick guard right here to put a loaded like humbucker in it, because they all come with this same like 3 single coil pick guard that's got a ceramic pickup. And as I did a video previously on this, this is one of my favorite pick guards that you could get from Amazon for like 35 bucks. And it's got an Alnico 5 humbucker and dual rail, and it's got coil tap ability, and it comes in all different colors. The one I showed you before was in a guitar that was like black and red, and it had a red pick guard that it had the pickups. This one was able to get blue to match the painting that I did on this guitar. So let's talk about the body on this thing. The body on this is bigger than the Fedsley and the Leo James. Kind of a bigger bodied Strat, but really, really comfortable. Nice little carve. It's got a tummy cut in here. It's got a carve like going over for where your hand fits. And the only issue I will say compared with this guitar on the body when you're talking about is that the body is cut different. That when I get these preloaded pick guards from Amazon, when I put it on the Fedsley and when I put it on the Leo James, it kind of snapped right in and fit perfectly in the pocket there. So it was easy for the neck to go in. I didn't have to make any adjustments. On this guitar, it doesn't fit as easily. I had to actually just shave a little bit off of the pick guard so the neck could go in there smoothly. It wasn't a lot of work, but it's something to think about if you're purchasing one of these guitars. So this one, like I said, let me do a little playthrough here. It's got the humbucker dual rail in there and a coil tap on there, but it feels great in the hand. Yeah, it feels great to play. I'm not really going to do any like kind of tone things like clean tones because this isn't the original pickguard on this. And I've already made a video about this pickguard and the different tones. What I'm going to talk about here today is the playability, how it feels if you buy this guitar and what you're getting. The neck is different from the other two. I will say on the Fesley and the Leo James, I feel like they are a little bit faster playing necks, have a cooler kind of smooth feel to it. I love the satin finish on this, the natural finish. But when it came, it was a little bit rougher when it came to me. It was just kind of a little bit rougher. And that's nothing that actually just like using some simple steel wool and a little bit of like linseed oil, burnt linseed oil I put on here. You can put any kind of oil and just get a nice smoother feel, but it is a little bit of a chunkier neck. So I will tell you that before if you get it. It's got a chunkier neck, and the headstock I don't think it's bad. It's just a standard kind of like little cut headstock that they have, and the tuners are actually 18-to-1 ratios that they work fine. You don't have to do any upgrade on those if you don't want to. So if I'm comparing this to the Leo James and the Fesley, do I feel it's as good as those guitars? Not exactly, because of a couple little issues, but I also think for the money that you're getting this at, this is a great starter kit if you want to get into building guitars. It actually plays great. It feels great in the hands. I had no problem painting this or doing any kind of work on it. I know the paint job's not the best. I call this one Bloomin', just like Newman from Seinfeld, but it's a great little kick guitar. It went together pretty easily. You know, the neck's already drilled, like the holes fit, everything fit great in there. The neck went. And actually, like, I've done very little work on the action other than a little bit of bridge adjustments. And the action's great down here. I mean, I'm definitely like playing out. Yeah, the action is great all the way down. It says it's got an ebony fretboard when you buy it. I believe it's probably like a composite ebony, but it looks really, really good. And the fret ends on this thing were great. I didn't even have to do any adjustment. They're not ball end frets or stainless steel frets. And I'm pretty sure this is probably a plastic nut on this, but I feel like the neck looks good for the body. It's got a good dark wood kind of ebony look, and definitely a great playing and feeling guitar. I think if you buy this guitar, say you want to go a little bit different style, maybe you don't like the headstocks on the Fesley or the Leo James, this is a great, great option. I think this guitar at $60 where you could get it, 60 to 70 bucks, you can't go wrong. You're going to have a great time building this. It'll be fun. Like, it's something you could do for yourself if you're building a guitar, if you're doing it with a child, you know, with a family member, with a spouse. You just want to get into having a good time. If you're looking for a gift for someone, it's a great gift to get them into building guitars. If you use the pickguard that comes with it, I will tell you, if you use that, the 3 single coils, sounds fine, has a very Strat type feel, but I'm a little bit of a heavier player, so I like heavier, going my weight here. No, but I'm a little bit of a heavier tone player, and I like the humbucker. It's just my style. That's what I like. I think this is perfect. If you just use that pickguard that came with it, the neck slides right in. Everything, you don't have to make any adjustments. The pickguard is cut for this guitar. It's when you buy a preloaded pickguard, they're more cut for like American and Mexican Fender, like standard type guitars. And even on the Leo James, like I have one up there, you can't really see it, but you still have to do like maybe the screw holes don't line up exactly, but it does fit for the neck pocket. So that's something to think about if you were going to upgrade into a different kind of pickguard, that you might have to do a little bit of work there. And like I said, one of the guitars I built that is my favorite started as a Bexgears guitar. It except for the differences, I changed the pickguard out on that. I changed the bridge out on that. I painted it this chalkboard black, and it just came out really cool with gold hardware, gold humbuckers. Then I put basically roasted maple neck on it, and cut my logo into the headstock, and It's just an amazing, amazing guitar. It's got these black inlays. It's all black and gold and looks fantastic. And I love it, but I didn't want to show that guitar because I didn't think that was a representation of what the Bexgears guitar is. This is what you're going to get with just a 3 single coil pickguard. And if you're a Strat player, blues player, everything like that, those pickups are fine. I know people have said, oh, well, they're just a generic pickguard. Yeah, but they sound fine. People have started mastering the way to make these pickups sound good at a cheap price. I have a Tom DeLonge Strat that I built that I put an Invader style from Amazon for like 20 bucks. And that pickup sounds great. It sounds really close to the Seymour Duncan, and at $80, $90 less than the Seymour Duncan. So, in conclusion, if you want to build a guitar, you're looking to get into something, and something that, because the way this body is, when you do the preloaded pickguard on Amazon, you could start finding a lot of cool parts, and Temu, like roasted maple necks and stuff for 40, 50 bucks, that you can really just upgrade the guitar. It would have been cool even to just leave it the natural wood finish. Put a little tongue oil or something on there, and you're gonna have a great finish. So just wanted to give you a quick look at this Bexgears guitar. As you know, I build a lot of guitars, and a lot of them from kits. I don't build them from scratch, but I build from kits and piece together and work on them and stuff like that. And I just had 2 of these, and I really had a joy building them. So I don't think you could go wrong if you're building one of these. I think you will be very, very happy, especially if you are a fan of the blues and you like the older, like more a little bit thicker, like Fender necks that came in the old guitars, or the old classic Gibsons that were, I believe, maybe it was actually the 60s where the neck got a little bit thicker. I think the 50s it was a little bit thinner. Could be wrong. But if you like that little more of a heft in a neck, this is a great, great option. So just wanted to give you this review on the Bexgears guitar. As always, you know, music makes life better. Want to thank you guys for checking out the channel. Please like and subscribe. I'm going to be doing more videos. I am going to be showing off that guitar in the next one of the next videos, because I'm going to do a video all the guitars that I built, and I'm going to show you the Bexgears guitar that I just turned into an absolute monster. It's one of the guitars that, like, when people see it, when I say, hey, I built all these guitars, they gravitate to that one, and they're just like, man, I love that. And I did show it in a previous video where I was showing how to, the different kinds of kit guitars you could buy, and I did a real quick thing about that guitar, and I had it. So look for the black and gold Strat that's in there. That's in one of the videos, and that's the guitar, but I will have a video on it talking about the pickguard that I bought. So these are great items, because at 60 bucks, you buy a $60 preloaded, like, nicer pickguard. That's, for that money, you actually get a pretty nice pickguard with Alnico 5 pickups. You could get that. You throw on a nice $60, $70 roasted maple neck if you want something more modern to play, kind of. Get yourself some $30 locking tuners, and for under 200 bucks, you're building an absolute monster of a guitar. Well, right around 200 bucks. You're building just a monster of a guitar. So, as always, man, music makes life better. And as I say, if you're climbing up, reach down, grab someone's hand, pull them up with you, man, because the world needs more people lifting them up and less people tearing them down. I will see you in the next video. Bye.